Okay, today we are at the Commodity Classic here in Queenstown, Maryland. Some of you may not know, I am the president of the Maryland Grain Producers Association. Maryland Grain Producers Association is a farmer member organization representing farmers in the state of Maryland, especially at our State House in Annapolis, where we support or oppose bills favorable or unfavorable to agriculture. So this is our annual membership meeting. We are also we are doing this with the Maryland Soybean Board as well. So standing here behind me, these are the women that make it happen. This is the backbone of the organization. They're going to keep things rolling for us because we as farmers don't always have time. So I will be giving a presentation later on today, so stay tuned.
This foresight by my predecessors led to the establishment of the Maryland Grain Producers Utilization Board to administer the new Maryland Grain Checkoff program. Under Maryland state law, the funds collected can be used for research, education, and market development. Since its inception in 1991, the Checkoff program has received over $20 million, and of that, $15.5 million has gone into direct grants to expand the market for grain, improve knowledge on profitable grain farming, expand public education and awareness on the importance of agriculture. When the program started, the national corn production was 7.5 billion bushels, of which 1.4 billion bushels went for food, seed, and industrial use. In 1991, the average price per bushel of corn in Maryland was $2.40. Last year, American corn farmers grew 13.6 billion bushels. That is nearly double the production from 25 years ago. Today, the market for food, seed, and industrial use is 6.5 billion bushels. Lynn's influence and accomplishments have not gone unrecognized. She was the recipient of the Edward H. Ralph Delmarva Poultry Industry Medal of Achievement for non-elected persons in 2011. The Maryland Grain Producers Association honored her with the James Miller Award in 2006 for her dedication and achievements. She's been with us since the start of our Checkoff program, and this association would not be what it is today without her influence. We will certainly miss her when she retires in September. On behalf of Maryland grain farmers, I would like to extend our sincerest thanks to Lynn Hood for her many years of service and wish her all the best in her retirement. Would you please join me in thanking her? Our scholarship program demonstrates our commitment to the next generation of those serving in agricultural industry. It supports young people who excel in college and their community and who will use their education to help our industry grow and succeed. Every year there's an 11% shortage of ag graduates to fill professional positions in the field of agriculture. Each will be awarded a $2,500 scholarship. The recipients are Jacqueline Bauer of Dayton, Grace Brinsfield of Vienna, Mark Denham of Kennedyville, and Jamie Dietrich of Preston.
All right.
I'm great.
Well, first of all, it is my pleasure to introduce Donnie. First of all, I'm very impressed. I've never really encountered a platform speaker who brings their own selfie with them. So I think you'd be for some interesting comments, and I welcome you.
Thank you. What a great segue, so to speak. So, I have to explain the GoPro and the selfie stick. So anybody that was here last year saw the Peterson brothers, and they became an internet sensation, so to speak, with some of the parodies they do in the with the pop songs. And I think a question was posed to them, what next? What are you going to do next? You can't continue doing these songs, or maybe they could. And they said, oh, we need to continue educating the public. And they said, we have this YouTube following now, and so we want to do more education. And so it got me to thinking, you know, what is it that we are all about as Maryland Grain Producers Association and the pub, along with Maryland Soybean Board? And that, a lot of it is about public education. And so with a little encouragement from one of my friends slash employees last fall, I was sitting on the combine, and I had gotten this GoPro camera, you know, 2 years or a year prior, and I just hadn't been using it. And this friend encouraged me, hey, Bonnie, you need to start posting videos on YouTube of what you do. And I said, this is pretty boring. All I do is drive a combine and drive a tractor. He said, you would be surprised the people that will watch. And I said, okay. So I started last November, created a new YouTube account, Farmer MD. That's Farmer Space MD. I am now getting 2,000 to 3,000 views per day. And that's just me. And so we can make an impact just with a simple camera and a simple YouTube account. And we can get our message out there. As people have been saying today, we need to get our message out there. So how does that tie into the Maryland Grain Producers Association? We are a farmer member organization. We are here to promote Maryland agriculture and to make you all prosper. And we're here to educate the people. This is where we recognize someone in Maryland agriculture that has really done a great job of promoting Maryland ag. And so this year, and we do try to keep this under wraps, and so it's usually a surprise for the recipient of this award. And so this year, drum roll please, it is my pleasure to award this to Chip Council Jr. He is a 10th generation farmer from Cordova, Maryland. So he and his family, they farm corn, soybeans, wheat, fresh market vegetables, and timber in Talbot and Queen Anne's County. They also run Council Farms, a retail farm market. Many of you seen it down there off Route 50. So today it is my pleasure to welcome Chip Council and his family. So please come up and receive this award.
I couldn't be more surprised. I'd like to thank my family. Obviously, without them, none of this would be possible. As you can tell, I'm pretty committed to what I do. I believe in it. Stand for it. I want to thank Bobby Hutchison. He's been a great friend through the years. Bobby started me first with Talbot County Farm Bureau, then with the Maryland Grain Producers. I've been around a lot of agricultural leaders, but none with the integrity and character of Bobby. So Bobby, thanks a lot. A great friend. The other person that has been a great help to me is Lynn. She's helped me along the way, inspired me, but most of all, she's been a great friend as well. So I know we'll stay close through the years. Thanks for everything. I'm proud to be a Maryland farmer. I've traveled the world. We are the envy of the world.
Okay, so I'm only a couple of minutes behind. That's not bad. Just so you know, this only about 20% of my footage gets on YouTube, so don't be going home tonight looking for this footage because I know you've had so much fun and you want to rewatch it. Yeah, right. So this may not get on there.
But Maryland's leaders, we have Chip Bowling, who is president of the National Corn Growers Association. We have, who we have just met, Chip Council, chairman of the U.S. Grains Council, and we have Jason Scott, who just last week, and Chip was just yesterday, became chairman to start their year as the leaders of, he was US Wheat Associates. So one of the things that they do at the Commodity Classic is they have a national leaders forum, and everyone comes up on the stage, talks about their organization, and answers a few questions about national policy. So we really felt that that was something we needed to do here, seeing as we didn't have to pay anybody's airline flights to get here. So
the biggest thing for us on Farm Bill is not necessarily that, but US Wheat, about 1/3 of our funding is checkoff money from the state organizations that are members of US Wheat. The other 2/3 comes from USDA, Foreign Ag Service funds for farm market development, market access, and then a host of other small programs. So one of the big things for us is to make sure that those funds have been a target in the past and cuts. We want to make sure those funds remain in the Farm Bill. So that's probably our #1 Farm Bill priority.
Okay, I just want to add a few more comments to what you did not see in the video. We do have more to the program, to the annual membership meeting program. In the morning, we had some research presentations from University of Maryland Extension people, different folks whose programs we have funded for in-field research on some crop chemical testing, etc., etc. Then we do have a bunch of sponsors that we give them space in one of the buildings there in a tent to set up a booth and show the membership what they have to offer. And then we did have another speaker in the program I did not stay for. I was getting some alerts on my phone about severe thunderstorm warnings, a 2-hour drive home, so I wanted to get home before those warnings. I also had another meeting that evening to attend, so I left before the last speaker, Charles Arnott, the Center for Food Integrity, and he was talking about why consumers hate big ag. And then after all the speakers in our business meeting, we do provide a crab feast and a pork and chicken barbecue for the membership. So I also sit on the utilization board, the Maryland Grain Producers Utilization Board. You can look up our website to see what we do. But the checkoff program, every bushel of grain sold in the state of Maryland has a small amount withheld. We, the utilization board, administer those funds for research, market development, and education. We meet every January, and this past January, I guess we approved a little over $1 million in grant requests. And our claim to fame is the Maryland Public Television series Farm and Harvest. I think we're into our 4th year. We are a major sponsor of that. I encourage you to go to the Maryland Public Television website and look up that show. You can watch previous episodes. It's a 30-minute episode. As I said, we are the major sponsor of that. We're able to get our message out. We have a lot of input in that show. And a very well-produced show, and I think that show is going to go national this year. I'm not quite sure, but Maryland Farm and Harvest. Look up those video series. Okay, oh, and one last thing. Our Delmarva Farmer, this is a tri-state newspaper for agriculture, reporting on ag news in Maryland, Delaware, and Virginia. So their latest edition, they did put a picture of myself presenting the award to Chip Council for the Person of the Year in Maryland agriculture. They do a great job of covering the newspaper. All right, I think that's all for now. Sorry it was so long. Just a lot of information out there that I wanted to present. It's part of my job and what I do. I do enjoy sitting on this board, though. Okay, see ya.